Now, with more and more allegations happening all the time, we're asking this morning, what are your options? What do you do if you find yourself a victim of harassment or even worse? Well, I'm joined now by broadcaster Julia Hartley-Brewer and psychologist Emma Kenny. Thank you, both of you. It's very, very difficult. I know you've been right at the centre of all this, haven't you?
I have.
Reluctantly, I know, because you've said, actually, what happened to me was something, was fine. I dealt with it. You dealt with it. You knew how to deal with it.
Yes, I did. I mean, rape accusations, very different from someone touching someone's knee. This is the offending knee, which is the knee that was touched by a man who was a backbench MP. I was a political editor of a national paper. I would say, actually, the power relationship, I was on top rather than he was. But we are talking about 2002, 15 years ago. It splashed all over the front page of The Sun in most of the newspapers. I have to say that it's very rare you have to email your parents in the morning to warn them. I hate to tell you, there's a story about me in every national newspaper. But the thing was, I did not see it as a big deal. I thought it was quite a funny story. I'd never named the minister.
Were you not offended by that?
No, and I was quite perplexed and quite amused about the idea that any man thought that he had the right to touch a part of my body without my permission. I was raised a feminist by a feminist mum. No one touches me without my permission. But I have a very jokey, bantery, good fun relationship with a lot of MPs from a lot of different parties. I've been working in Westminster on and off for 20 years, and so it wasn't offensive to me. It certainly wasn't traumatic. I mean, I haven't been in counselling for 20 years about it. It was something that I brushed off and thought was quite amusing. But I absolutely don't in any way think that is how every woman can handle it.
No, because you're a confident woman, and you were brought up like that. You're confident.
Exactly.
And as you said, the power balance was equal. Maybe you were, at that time, Michael Fallon wasn't in the position that he is now, so you were there.
I've got to be honest, if he was the Prime Minister, I'd have said the same thing.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would, but there's an awful lot of people that might not be able to.
Because... And we're talking, especially with this case involving this Labour activist, and again, we don't know the details of the allegations, but a rape accusation, how to deal with that, I mean, that is completely different. But that's what I've been trying to get the message across, is I do think when we talk about Westminster sex pest, can we please make a difference between people who are committing crimes, people who are genuinely hurting, harassing vulnerable women, and a little bit of a misplaced rape?
There needs to be a change of culture, doesn't there? There absolutely does.